Hey guys, it's Hink here. Today we're going to be talking about a question that comes up all the time. Is what we gain permanent? Today we're going to be discussing it. Is it permanent? Is it not? And if it is permanent, how do we maintain these gains? What do we need to do? So stay tuned. We're going to get all into that today. All right, guys, it's Hink here. Thanks for joining. For those that don't know, I go by the name of Hink. I'm a real medical doctor with a passion for basically men's health. And so today what we're going to be talking about is enlargement. And once you achieve those gains, is it going to be permanent? And so it's something that comes up on the subreddit all the time. And I'll put some little bloops here you can see from our subreddit of people saying, is it permanent? Is it permanent? Oh my gosh, is it permanent? And so not to get too like hypothetical on you here, but like what in life is truly permanent that you either learn or you adapt or a new skill, anything, okay? So if you learn a new language, if you don't practice the language, if you don't maintain that language, you're going to learn it. Certainly in the bodybuilding community, if you go to the gym every day for a year and put on 10 pounds of muscle and stop going to the gym, you're going to lose everything. So like why would enlargement, like why would that truly be any different? And so, I've never like, what do they call it? Gauged my ears, but I would imagine like if you stretch out that gauge and then you take out the gauge, like there is going to be some recovery. I don't think the hole is ever going to like close completely, but that's just to say like you can have major gains and you can have some truly permanent enlargement, but you can't expect to keep everything you put on if you just stop everything cold turkey, okay? So that being said, what do I think as far as like what would be permanent if you just stop cold turkey? So I think probably about 80% of your gains. Now, part of that is based on my experience and part of that is based on actually what I've seen from other like veterans in the PE sphere. I think I might be done shouting out people for a while because, God, I always try to say that I try to stay out of drama, but I'm not going to mention any names, but like, it's just crazy how people don't reciprocate. Like I try to show love on here and give shout outs and like, hey, if you haven't seen this guy's channel, you should check it out. But like people don't reciprocate, but that's all right. That's neither here nor there. And I'm going to do my own thing regardless. But that being said, I'm not calling out any names. I'm not giving out any free promo anymore. So, but I do know there are a lot of veterans that have come before me that have been doing this for a while, gotten gains, then life causes them to stop. And in general, they uniformly say it's about 80%. So what does that translate to in real life? Okay. So if you are doing enlargement and you gain 1.2 inches and then you stop, okay, completely, you will probably still maintain around an inch or so, okay? You'll probably lose about 20%. Better mathematically would be to say if you gain an inch, you're gonna keep 0.8 inches. That's more mathematically sound if I'm gonna say 80%. That's still a big deal. So why do I think this is the case? Well, for me, for those that don't know, like I've been doing this for 3 years. I've posted my results online and I've gained quite a bit, but I've also been doing this on the calendar. This is going into my 37th month of doing this, but of that time, I've actually been actively doing PE for only about 27 months, okay? Clearly, I've taken plenty of breaks. I think my longest break was about 3 to 4 months off when I had a really bad case of hard flaccid, but yet I kept essentially all of my gains. I can't say I was measuring diligently because I was just worried about the function of my actual phallus, but I did keep I did not notice any meaningful decrease once I regained my erectile function in either length or girth. And even when I look back to like photos during that time or videos during that time, there's no significant loss. Keep in mind, that's only about a 3 to 4 month break. I've never taken like a year off or longer. And when I mention these, other veterans, they have taken longer periods, like years even, and have maintained about 80%. But I've taken, like I said, even up to like 4 months and I haven't noticed any significant decrease in size. And so what would I recommend? So, personally, I don't plan on doing PE forever. Already I'm essentially in a maintenance mode. I'm lucky if I get 15 minutes with life, my career, trying to build my brand, my YouTube channel, everything. And so I'm doing like maybe 15, if on the weekends, maybe 30 minutes a day. And so I don't think it takes much to do maintenance. And so I have essentially reached all the gains that I'll ever need. I'm very happy with it's essentially 1.5 inches, okay, in length and almost an inch in girth. And so basically I plan on doing maybe, twice a week, 15 minutes of pumping once I finally say like I'm retiring. When do I plan on retiring? Maybe in the next 18 months. I still have some personal goals that I'd like to reach. I'd like to be able to document like 2 inches of growth and actually in a way that is not like sneak this Hink coming in here. Like there's so many guys online that are like, I've gained 2 inches, but it's like, like, oh, just trust me, bro, on my starting size, or like, actually, I thought I was this size, but it turns out I was actually smaller, so I've actually gained 2 inches. And it's like, I'm not calling anybody a liar. I just don't think that's a good look. I mean, I think you should, I got started and I wanted to have a clear documented starting point. I mean, it kind of blows my mind that I'm one of the few that is like, this is what I looked like day one, and documented it, and then got gains and documented it. And it's been 3 years since I've been doing this, and there's very few people that have done that. But anyways, lost my train of thought now. Oh, too busy sneak dissing people. But the point is that I still have some gains I want to reach. I'd still like to have some milestones, honestly, for the community at large that I would like to reach, to say, look, guys, people say this is possible, but here's actually clear evidence that it's possible. And maybe it's not. Maybe gaining 2 inches is just not going to be possible for me. And it depends on how things go and how busy I get. But, you know, I'm not going to be dedicating hours on end to doing PE. And so we're going to see what goes. But when I say, look, enough is enough, I'd still like to pump basically twice a week, and that's mostly for erection quality and overall penile health, not necessarily like for size. So guys, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I'd appreciate it if you take a second to like and subscribe. This channel is really blowing up, you know, in a way that I'm very pleased with, and it's all because of your support. So thank you. It means a lot. Also, if you get a second, check out our Leviathan subs, guys. We have a great lineup that I think can be very helpful. But in conclusion, guys, what do I think? I think you should actually try to overshoot your goal by about 20%. And so if your goal is to get an inch, maybe go for like 1.2 inches. For me, it would kind of break my heart to know I gained 1.2 inches, then I'm back to an inch. So you can either overshoot and plan to lose some, or you can just plan on doing a maintenance routine. I don't think you will have to do a maintenance routine for life. Personally, I do think that once you maintain a certain size for a certain period of time, your tissue will essentially be permanently adapted at that size. Hypothesis of mine, I have nothing to truly base that on, but I do think if you do a maintenance routine for like a year or two and you maintain that size, that it's going to maintain with minimal loss. But I really appreciate you guys watching. This is a shorter video. Thank you so much for all the support that you've shown recently. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys. Peak Male Physique, if you need anything during your enlargement journey, LeviathanSubs.com, Amazon for our supplement. If you need to reach me, Patreon.kink. Please like and subscribe. Please check out one of these next videos that will pop up after this. And until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace and love.